Shall we go over a recap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who would like to take that?
I refer to our note keeper.
Oh no! I knew you were going to say that as I put loads of mini eggs in my mouth. Okay, last time on the show.
God's sake, David, you never rush a girl when she's got mini eggs in her mouth.
Oh no! I take back everything I just said. Oh dear lord.
Yes, my child.
Last time we spoke with the king. There were Franks all in the cathedral. We realized there was magic over the city. Metal is expensive now.
Those are your notes.
Yeah, look, I'm going over it quickly. We entered the palace with the king to find that it was extremely echoey, and inside the Great Hall, we came across Ina Durrell, is how I think you pronounce that name, the Mage of Wit, counselor to the king, who had placed mass suggest over the entire city, and including the people in this room, who were forced to have a lovely time, but were crying on the inside.
Hello.
We fight, she dies. We get offered to go on a mission to find the three conspirators who set up the coup of the Red Paladins, and we say no, I think. Well, we say no.
Yeah.
Yes, you said no.
We spoke briefly to George, Padwin, and Jennifer, and they say it's probably best that we come back to Northwick to get a new assignment, and now we're just at the Alpha base with many things we could choose to do.
Yep.
I think we agreed that we were going to go to Northwick.
There was also the Alvin quest that we thought of doing.
But yeah, we have some things that we could clean up here. Like who will leave in charge of the Alpha base here.
Oh yeah, and
and also the pirate quest to the north of the Aqua Evadia as well.
How much is a detour to go and save the elves?
Well, it's pretty much a full day's journey to where the elves are. Then.
Oh yeah, because they're way in the mountains, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you'll assume basically a full day's work to get all 50 elves out of the caves and to the ship that they're trying to head to.
Do we know where their ships are bound?
You don't know where they're bound, but Erasni did basically say that the ships are waiting in the river. So you're guessing that there's either just like a ship just bobbing up and down in open water in the river, or there's some sort of river port town in the vicinity which they can go to.
Okay.
But one of the suggestions that was made by the group was that you just simply contact the elves on the sending stone, simply say that the elves the Red Paladins have been driven out, and they can attempt to make a dash there. Whether or not they'll agree with that is another matter.
Because we also had the barge as a way of getting to Northwick anyway.
And Scott did also advise you that Northwick routinely sends soldiers to Aqua Evadia for the purposes of building up their garrison. And yes, the Aqua Evadian ships that pick them up. So it's quite possible that you could hitch a ride on a ship that is due to make a troop pickup.
Alright, so what are we should we make some decisions on some things? I also have a note saying we should decide what to sell to the Aqua Evadians. Because they were somewhat depleted, but we thought about selling them the longswords and shields, I believe.
Yeah,
so
or
you,
donating them.
Yeah, that might be a good shout. We'll sell the breastplates in Norfolk, but I mean we could do without the longswords and shields, right?
100% will be fine without them.
so,
What
the
about
question, so the question
pieces
is, who's
of
going to carry the breastplates from here to Northwood?
How many did we have again?
9?
I can carry another 110 pounds.
Let's see how much a lumber can carry.
I am too weak. Sorry.
Don't pull that.
I don't actually know how much I can carry. Where would
Let's
You
have a
go
look.
into inventory.
So in inventory, if you click on
Click
weight
weight
carried,
Right, so you can carry 540 pounds, and of that you've used 78.
I'm over encumbered. Sorry.
What? I can just imagine this conversation actually happening, and I'm already like piling the breastplates into my bag and like trying to pick it up, and it's too heavy.
Mm.
Don't worry, darling. I can get it up. I've always been able to get it up.
well, they
God.
weigh 20 pounds each. That's 180 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick them all in a backpack, and then just pin it on the back of a lumber, and assume that he's just not even going to notice.
All right.
That-
So,
plausible.
okay. So make how can we do this? Right. So do a stealth check, followed by a sleight of hand,
Okay.
and then a lumber. Can you then give me a perception check?
Kind of. Yeah. Oh, welp. You might be out of luck here, David. My perception was 20.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I tried to cause a distraction and be like, anyway, this is a fun dance. The spot.
I could be easily distracted.
Okay. So do it with this. Do your perception check with disadvantage then.
Roll one more and roll low for million.
9.
I can work with 9.
Right. So
All
what
right.
did you get on your stealth?
Stealth first is 12.
Okay, so you successfully sneak up behind him. It's a sleight of hand, putting the backpack on his back.
Sleight of hand is also a 9.
Oh!
Do we roll off in this case?
Right, so
Rollies.
okay, so Alumba's passive perception is 12, so unfortunately he detects what you're trying to do. So it's now down to Alumba as to what now happens.
Excuse me, I told you I was over encumbered.
I see very clearly that you are not.
Maybe Frank can convince me to carry said breastplates.
Oh no.
Okay.
Question mark. Wink.
Okay, so at that point, you are teleported to here. You find
Oh no.
You find yourself stripped of your your t-shirt, or sorry, just your shirt, and you also find that you are manacled to the bed with leather straps.
Mm.
I'm still just holding a bag full of breastplates, having no idea where he's just gone.
Is this something I want to add to session notes?
Probably not. And Frank comes over to you. Hello, my green friend. You and I are going to play a little game called Let's Pretend That We're Good Catholics.
Intrigued.
Okay, so for reasons of PG ratings, we'll go back to what the others are doing now. Okay, so Kelly, what do you want to be doing?
Honestly, I'm really scared to say my opinion, so I'm just gonna shut up.
You must never be afraid to express yourself, darling.
Oh god. Another one.
Neither should you. Or you.
Oh no.
Or you.
Oh no.
Or you.
This has gone well.
Can we go?
What'd you say, Mikhail?
I said if we can go, if we are okay to just go north. Oh my god,
Northwick.
Norfolk. Yeah, that was hard.
It'll probably be easier to pronounce it as the Saxons do, which is Jorvik.
Ah,
Jurvik.
You want me to sending to the people in the cave to be like, hi, we're abandoning you, but it's all clear to go escape.
Okay, at that point, a lumber is dropped back down on the floor, about 5 feet from the ceiling. Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, a lumber?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Can I also get one from? Can I also get one from you, Mariel?
That was
Oh,
a
no.
huge 3.
Oh no, dexterity. Oh no, I'm not very good.
and
very
now it's
dexterous.
problem full.
That's a 6.
Okay, so a lumber actually lands straight on top of you, and you both take 3 damage.
Ow.
Hey, boo.
I'm gonna push you off me, and at the same time, I'm gonna lay hands you to get you back to full.
I like laying hands on people too, darling, particularly from that position.
Oh no. Frank is gone. Thank God.
Oh, you said something?
Coglione!
Yeah, Frank. Yeah. I don't know what you mean. I'm healing people.
Of course, darling. I know some very good methods of healing people. Like, for instance, poison. I know exactly where to bite when I suck venom out.
Nice.
I'm then gonna lay hands on me, and I'm gonna heal myself too.
Okay. Now,
Stinky bum.
on who?
Just directly in the road.
Okay. Okay, so mark it off your spell slots.
I'll do that one.
Fair enough. Okay, so Torden randomly decides to throw a stink
I'm
bomb.
just going to run into the room, see everyone wrestling, and go, stink bomb! And then run out the room again.
Okay. Where's...
Stinky cloud, I think
Stinky
it's
cloud.
called.
What level are you casting at?
Just the lowest level.
Okay, 3rd level then. Okay.
We are getting a long rest after this, right?
You just had your long rest.
Oh. Can I have another one?
What are you throwing into the area to make it...
Skunk.
Okay.
No.
I found a skunk outside and just thrown it in.
Why?
Okay, well, speaking of animals, can I get some... Oh wait, I'll do an intelligence check for you.
Sorry, no, it's just the little one.
Yeah,
Finally shut up, but her choice of toy is
Sure.
electronic.
Okay, right, so you got a 21 on your intelligence check. You're now in a position to finalise your new bag of tricks.
Okay.
The only thing that you're missing is the animal spirits, and you've had the epiphany that the best place to find them is from the druid lady.
I want to go find the druid lady.
Okay. Well, shall we maybe like split up for the initial side of things? Like maybe some of us can load up. Did we work out if we could take the horse?
Right, so this is where your conversation with Scott came in. But Scott, you basically realise that the only way that Baldwin can come with you is if you take him on a ship. The guy who brought you over, his boat doesn't count as that. So, if you want to take Baldwin with you, you will need to sort of explore using a ship that's picking up
big
the
enough
troops.
to.
Shame I don't have the shrinking spell.
Shall we like maybe split up if Tormund wants to go see the druid person? Maybe the rest of us could head into Aqua Evadia and
Can
get
a
more
lumber
info
not
on.
carry the horse?
Technically, you could, but
Can the lumber not carry Baldwin?
yes, he can. I was explaining that. So technically, Olumba can carry Baldwin on his back. The only problem is that at the moment that either of them step into a boat, it will sink.
Take that risk.
Oh, right, no, let's not drown you and the horse.
Oh, okay.
No, that's coming with troops on might be slightly bigger.
Can I just swim alongside with the
Oh,
If
also,
I
horse on my back?
also, at the talk of you carrying the horse, here, have 9 breastplates.
I mean, if you insist. Fine. Make the horse wear the breastplate, and then I'll carry the horse.
Well, the horse does have saddlebags, and you do have a wagon to go with it.
Okay, that works.
We'll probably have to leave the wagon behind.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah,
Back to square one.
unless you can get onto a ship and sort of like disassemble the wagon and then reassemble it back on dry land, yes, you will need to leave the wagon behind. But that being said, Baldwin does have saddlebags as well.
Well, hopefully the wagon is not from IKEA, so we can reassemble it after.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do? So, David, you were saying about splitting up. So one half goes to find the druid lady, and who wants to go do what?
Well, I was thinking I could head in and speak to Hirog and the armorer regarding the long swords and shields, and also ask Hirog about the ships, as well as potentially asking him and to keep an eye over the Alpha base after we leave.
Okay, sure. So who's going where?
I'll accompany David.
I'm going with druid lady.
So who's going to go with Torden?
I will. Someone's got to babysit.
Oi!
The last time we let you up that mountain, you summoned water elementals.
And I killed them too.
Exactly.
I killed the water.
I've cast create or destroy water this time. It'll be fine.
There. I guess I'll just follow the boys instead then.
Okay. Right. So are you guys leaving the
What?
the Alpha base then?
Are you enjoying that?
Are we gonna return to the Alpha base, or is this like a?
You could potentially leave, but so return here. But when you make the decision to say, okay, this is us leaving, then obviously you're leaving.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I would say we could say that we're like meeting back here.
That's quite a
then-
long journey though, because we might have to come back down to the city. Surely it'd be easier just to keep going.
That's true. Shall we pack up our stuff then?
Bon voyage, farewell, all that.
Shall we meet at the city gates?
That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay. So you step out into the Alpha base village, and everything seems calm. There hasn't really been any traffic here. However, can I get a perception check from all of you?
No.
Perception.
That Baldwin has
Not
escaped.
bad. Not bad.
10.
I get 18.
Oh la la.
18.
I did the 18 as well.
Let's
Hey.
18 buddies. Woohoo.
Boop, boop.
let's go.
Okay, so you hear the flapping of giant wings as an ancient red dragon lands into the village in front of you.
What? What?
I don't know, man.
What?
Good night. Been a pleasure to see you all.
I bow my head and announce
He's your
father.
cousin.
What?
And then at the same time, the ground ruptures as the Kraken makes his appearance.
I clap with glee at the sight of Sushi.
I just let her die and I get my new character ready.
No, actually, there's a small pouch of at the base of the tree that wasn't there before.
I shall investigate it because last time it was not a booby trap.
We can investigate it first if you like.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. I had nothing to investigate, so I got 2.
Okay. Right. So this thing is as pouch-like as it is possible to be. You are absolutely certain that there are no traps in this, and you've never been more certain of anything in your life.
Oh,
And just like that, I open it.
And you take 1d12 pouch damage.
Do I roll my own pouch damage?
Let's go. Right, so inside...
That's good, I rolled 12.
Right, so inside it is just a small, what do you call it? Envelope. Again, with the seal of Far Team Armistice on it.
Okay.
Do you open it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's brief and to the point. It's like, I see you've made your choice. Well done. For it may be a little consolation, but it was the right choice. Best wishes. And then P.S. behind you.
It's Frank.
I look behind me.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
Alright.
I get hit with a beanbag. The beanbag.
Come on. Okay, right. Okay, so you don't realise it until he's pretty much on top of you, but Alex comes jumping off of this building and does 2 attacks with you. So, 2 attacks on you. And because he was stealthing, he A gets advantage on them, and B gets sneak attack damage.
Fantastic.
Sneak attack.
Okay, only 1 hit.
You suck, Alex.
Okay, my bazooka's loaded.
Okay, so that's right. So
Oh,
that's
I
6.
was shooting at the wrong end.
Right, so that's 6 damage from the short sword, and then sneak attack damage.
There was a stinky bomb loaded in your direction, Matt.
Okay, 12. Okay, and then 18 sneak attack damage.
What?
24 damages. Jesus Christ.
They gave me for 24 damage.
Easy.
Yeah, you roll pretty much max on his sneak attack.
This.
Okay.
Alright.
And then while this is going on, it also the note carries on. So Alex, look behind you. Behind you. I told Alex that he could kill you in the event that to make up for you shooting him. Alright, guys, roll initiative. If there's anyone who wants to
What?
fight him.
Seriously?
That's all me.
I'm gonna. Can I sneakily
19.
cast Bless on you?
Unfortunately, he initiated combat, so you don't get your combat action.
I
Can I
got
roll
19.
initiative so I can cast Bless?
Alright, so Totem.
I sort of logged back in, but
What did you get, Lumber?
you are just gonna go straight to it.
5.
Nope.
Nice.
Was that a 24 I
Yeah.
saw for you, Tarek?
Yes.
Marilla?
20.
Do I even want to
Kashan?
know how you get 24?
I got 19.
And Alex gets... and Alex gets 2.
Let's go, Alex. You suck.
You said it better than him.
Alright.
Lumba's busy looking at the pretty butterflies, and Alex still goes last.
Alright, so Tarek, you're up.
Well, I'll assess the situation, and I'll say, oh no, not again. Just gonna sit on a stone and wait for it to end.
Oh, so you're abdicating from the fight.
Yes,
Ooh. Very nice.
this is not my fight, and I don't belong here.
To be fair, he didn't shoot him.
No.
Alright then. In that case, Marilla, you're up.
I'll cast. I know these guys well enough. I know I'm gonna cast Bless on you, so get
Cast on everyone except Tarek.
on everyone except Jerick, meaning you get a +4 to your attacks and saving throws.
That's great.
And then, do I have any bonus actions that would be fun to take? What does this do? Oh,
It worries
and
me
then
when the
wait,
cleric says
this
that.
This isn't a big fight. How serious do I perceive this fight to be?
Alex is 100% serious and has dealt what seems to be a very lethal blow to Kashan.
Okay, okay,
I'll be
and
honest,
then
that hurt.
bonus action, Shield of Faith on you, which has given you a +2 to your AC for the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
Wait a minute, so what's your AC now?
23.
Good luck
Good luck
getting that. And then I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna like healer's kit out ready, hand in prayer. I'm ready to cast healing spells if needed. Reaching for my bag of diamonds if needed.
Okay.
Come to sit next to me and let's enjoy with popcorns.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good. I'll get the mini eggs.
I like that one.
I'll get the atmosphere, darling.
Oh no.
Yeah, you play the radio.
Okay. Right, so bear with me. Okay. So while you're doing that, you're able to sense that V is just sitting up on the roof up here, and like the rest of you, he's not actually doing anything. He's just simply observing. Okay, so Kashan, you're up.
Alright. Well, I'm going to kindly put down the note. Look up at V and say, thanks for the heads up. And then I'm going to activate my Giant Smite, first of all.
Okay.
Because
Well, as you glance at the note, you realise that there is more writing at the bottom of it. You just haven't read it yet.
oh.
Okay, so you activate your Giant Smite.
Yeah, I'll activate my Giant Smite. Alright, okay, so we're going to take some swings at this boy.
Remember your D4.
Flip off the sofa. Don't do anything.
Yes, I will remember my D4. Even though I get a +9 to my axe anyway. So,
1,
does
2, 3.
20... What, does 27 hit him?
Yep.
I hope so.
Jesus, me too. That would be really unfortunate if it wasn't. Okay, so...
Just give me some garlic bread.
So that's 12 normal damage from my great axe,
Mhm.
and then an additional 4 from the giant smite.
So
The
16
first
damage.
attack. So 16. And then, you know what, I'm going to roll these bless rolls every time just to add to effect. 27 again to hit.
Yep.
And this time is another 10 damage. So 24 damage in total.
Lovely.
That's me.
You got cold feet, babe. Don't put them there.
Okay. Right. So, any bonus actions?
No, the Giant's Might is my bonus action.
All right then.
So I only have reaction left.
All right then. Tortum, you're up. Fireball both of them.
Can I see my profile? Can I do Scorcher on Alex
Okay.
as my action?
What level?
Lowest level.
Hmm?
Low level.
Um,
I'm just doing it for
so
funsies.
level 2.
I think level 2.
Okay.
He needs to do a Dex 14 saving throw.
Yep. Which direction do you want the line to go in?
Well, I'm here, so that way.
Okay, so just straight.
Yeah.
This way. Okay. So dexterity.
He failed.
No, plus
3.
3.
He got 10. He had
6.
6.
Okay, so yeah, he succeeded. So he basically just, despite the fact that he's
He
in
takes half
heavy,
damage.
despite the fact that he's in heavy plate armor, despite the fact that he's in heavy plate armor, he's able to just simply sidestep out of the way. And even though the flames do brush him, he appears to be quite unharmed.
I'm going to bonus action, and I'm going to sit down next to Morella and Turek, and I'm just going to put my hands in my barrel and pull out 2 flagons of beer that I've got in there. Have you not checked my inventory? I
Yes, I
have
know.
beer in my barrel.
Oh,
Afraid of water, but addicted to beer. What have we done?
No, I just stole it from the dwarves. I keep stealing their beer, and then when they get peaty, I bribe them back with their own beer.
Right, so Alimba, you're up.
Okay, so I will rage.
No one kills Kashan but me! Ah!
Start hitting Kashan with breastplates.
My shoulders hurt! Ah!
I find that highly unlikely.
Fragile, okay? Leave me alone.
I just had a vision of the models that we found with the pin-up orcs of Olumba trying to do the pin-up thing with the thing.
No.
It's still the doesn't work.
that image is burnt into my brain.
He rages. My best friend is raging.
Absolutely. Well, I've got a 25 to hit.
Sorry, what are you hitting him with?
Warhammer.
Sure.
we're also blessed, so
Where-
you also get a d4 to your attacks.
I didn't do blessed any of my stuff.
Yes, I do remember that.
Not that you needed it.
You never know.
That's,
Right, so Warhammer.
yeah, so I've got 25 to hit
Mm-hmm. Hits.
for 16 damage.
Alright.
With an applied Divine Fury of 12 damage.
It's 28 damage, yeah?
Yep.
No, take away, not. Yeah, so 28. Alright. You feel this. You feel the impact, like so one of those things that just sort of like judders up the hammer. And despite his initial he doesn't actually seem to be hurt. Like he's not crippled in any way. In fact, he's seems rather immune to the pain of it.
Ooh.
Right. So that was your bonus action on your first attack. So second attack.
Well, we'll go for a more of a stab this time then.
Mm-hmm.
And does a 16 hit?
Yep.
So I'm going to headbutt him. With the spiked helm for 16 damage.
16. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. you see the blade go into. So where exactly are you stabbing him?
The face.
Okay, so so you see the
Oh, go on, Daddy.
you see the pick go into his body and come out, and you can see the blood. But again, he doesn't seem hurt.
Oh,
All right.
very strange.
Okay, so Alex is going to make his attack now. Right, so. Okay, he's completely ignored you, Olumba. So he's now.
Just like everybody else does.
Okay, so he's just going to make a single attack against Yukishan with his other short sword, and that has done 8 immediate damage. And then. But as the blade makes contact with your skin, you feel a very what can only be described as a cold burning come up from the wound. Can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can. Fun save +8, and then I also get
You also get
Um, I also get a D4, and I also have consistently forgot this entire time to add my +1 from my cloak of protection. So that is literally as high as I possibly could be. That is 33.
Holy what?
I rolled a nat 20, a 4. I get +8, and then I get the extra 1, which is 33.
And then it still hits.
Okay. So you're able to fight off the poison that's on the blade, and you take 12 poison damage.
Oof.
How are you looking? Are you looking?
I'm okay.
Are you under half?
I'm just over half.
Okay. I'll hold off for a bit then.
Okay,
Is it gonna be a mummy can't play day?
yeah, so that's him done. V is just simply going to continue sitting up there just watching this happen. So back up to the top of the to the list. But Turk, are you still abstaining?
Yes, I mean the show just started and it's getting interesting. So I'm just gonna swap my legs so I get more comfortable.
Alright then. Marilla, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look over to Chirk and be like, how long do we sit here before we intervene?
I guess until someone doesn't fall.
Okay, and I'm just gonna have. I'm just gonna be ready to jump up at any moment to cast Cure Wounds. And then and that's it.
I appreciate the holding of the reaction.
Alright then, Kashan, you're up.
Alright, first of all, I'm going to pick up the note again and see if it has any information as to why this guy doesn't seem to be feeling anything.
Okay, it doesn't. All it basically says is, I told him he could kill you for shooting him. Please do me a favour. Please don't kill him. But I do have somewhat mediocre uses for him.
Okay, I put it back. I'm going to swing with my axe.
So that was one of your actions.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll say your bonus action for the sake of ease.
Alright, okay, cool. Well, no, it's fine. Use it as one of the actions because I have other things for my bonus action. Which are...
Alright.
So I was going to take one attack.
Okay. Even though he's flanked, his attention is entirely on you, so you don't get advantage.
That is perfectly fine. That is 19. It's 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is is 13. That's 17 damage to him.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my action surge. And I'm going to swing at him another 2 times.
Alright.
It's a crit. Nice, that's tasty. Add the bless for the. Oh, it's a +4 bless as well. It's as high as it can possibly be. Okay. Right. That's a shame we wasted Giant's Might already. But that is a solid 9. That's 30 damage on the crit.
Right, okay. I'll save you the rest of it. Even though that he is acting with full vigor, his wounds do appear to be getting the better of him, and he does fall back.
Okay.
He does. So he falls down to the ground, in not necessarily unconscious, but in that I'm wounded and can't do anything, sort of way. So, do you want to honor Archer's wishes and not kill him, or do you want to kill him?
No, I don't want to kill him.
Kill. What? Who said that?
I'll be polite enough. I mean, I already shot the guy. You know, I kind of understand why you would want to attack me. I'll look up to V and ask if he can take him back to wherever he needs to be.
So V stands up and nods, and just simply steps off of the building and just lands perfectly on him. So, thank you. Though I must admit, it probably won't do anything to make his mood any better. Tell me, where are you heading now?
Well, we have a few things to finish in the city, and then our next step is Norfolk.
Indeed. Well, we're to make shot of this area as well. I'm not entirely sure where we'll be heading, but should our paths cross again, it'll be interesting trying to kill you. Hopefully we'll do a better job than he does.
I can't imagine anyone could do worse than he does.
Boom, man.
Right, so this burn has absolutely no effect on V whatsoever. He doesn't seem to have a sense of humour of it, as it were. But he just simply picks put Alex up, and with tremendous ease just simply flops him over one of his shoulders and just carries him out one-handed. And they both head
Big dick energy.
Absolutely huge.
Okay. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? And the best bit about it, none of us got knocked up while we did it. Just hope not.
I have
Yeah,
no words.
I was about to ask the question of, well, who here could carry, but this is Frank, and honestly, I don't want to know what weird magic he could do.
True. Best not ask.
You
I'm
just
glad
hear
that
this
you're
voice from behind you. Yes, you
Who needs healing? Anyone need healing?
I could do with a little bit.
Have some cure wounds. I've used 3 of my spell slots today. Oops.
You haven't actually done any fighting.
Take 7 points of healing.
Yeah, that's nice.
Please, can we not get in any combat? I have 1 first level spell slot left.
I can make 0 promises.
Oh god. We're splitting the party, it's fine.
Yeah.
We go fight everybody, and then it can be pacifists.
Murder hobos.
That's true.
Okay, so are you taking Baldwin with you into the city?
Yeah, why not?
Alright. Okay. Right, I won't give you experience for that because you two are the only one fighting and it'll make it unbalanced.
True.
Alright,
That's-
so...
But they can have some gold.
One sec.
I was gonna say, could I have looted him while he was unconscious? I feel like I maybe should have looted him.
Okay, right, so... Okay, so you're back... So you make the journey down river and over to Aqua Evadia. But the smoke and everything appears to have cleared from the city, and despite the fact that this area is now suspiciously clear of any soldiers of any kind, everything seems to be back to normal.
I guess head on down towards the gate.
Yeah, right. So, again, nothing happens. It's morning and low tide. The clouds above you are very overcast, so you can see that heavy rain is fairly imminent. But as it currently stands, nothing is raining down on you yet. Okay, so you make your way through the you make your way through the gates. The guards there are just bog standard town guards. They don't really question you. Neither do they recognise you as people that are held in any level of repute. They just simply allow you to pass.
Okay. I ask if they know where Herog is.
The captain is probably at the barracks, sorting through all the loot that he's gained from the Red Paladins. But don't know any more than that, Lord. Sorry.
That's enough.
Okay, so who's going where?
I'm going to head up towards Herog and the armor.
Okay, who's going with him?
We.
I want to find the druid.
Yeah, sure. Let's work together.
Okay, so that leaves Marilla and Tordum going to find the druid.
Meet you here later. Don't kill anyone, please.
Well, that's same for you.
I make no
Haven't killed
promises.
anyone.
I'm going to stare at Turek like, really?
And you're basically just saying this right next to a guard who's just like shaking his head and just like, for peace in the kingdom, for a king and country.
It's called sarcasm.
Sarcasm,
I
right?
give him a big toothy grin and look like I could eat him.
Is it? Sarcasm, huh? I used to be sarcastic once. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Nice.
Makes sense while you're watching the gate.
I know, my cousin's out there fighting dragons and I get stuck with guard duty.
Dragons, you say?
No,
Dragons.
No lollygagging.
Okay.
Disrespect the
Well,
law and you disrespect me.
Oh,
Damn, he's still good.
I'm just going to like slide away and sort of like head towards the druid.
yeah, as he's still going, I'm just
See if
gonna carry
anybody
on.
notices I'm just like stroll off.
And you go past him. As you all file past him, you just realise that he's just saying random things as opposed to actually saying it to anyone. Alright, so I'll do the barrack slot first. So. Okay, so you arrive to the barracks and you see that it is more densely packed than you've ever seen it before. But to the point that it's actually quite hard to actually maneuver through. But you managed to make it through all of like the people doing drills, archers shooting at their targets, people practicing shield formations. There is also a curious sight of some soldiers who are practicing shield formations while two other soldiers are throwing rotten cabbages at them. But while the shield wall slowly advances on the two throwing the cabbages, and it basically gets to the point that they get quite close, but then one of the soldiers climbs up onto the other soldier's back and throws a cabbage down on them, which counts as an impact, and thus the shield wall loses.
What?
What?
It's a lot more active than it was the last time we were here.
The soldier turns around to look at you and says, "Who are you?"
Who turns around, sorry?
One of the soldiers, one of the cabbage throwers.
And the reason you're not wearing a red garb. Shut up.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I say I'm the reason he's not wearing a red paladin garb.
Also says you, but I fought my part in the battle. I was at the crossing. I saw red paladin blood on this sword.
Really?
I'm saying that from a distance. From a very long way away, just enjoying
You
the
can,
voice
you,
going,
do- you, can, you cast Skyrise and just bullshit written in the sky.
every time the guy opens his mouth.
At the crossing, you say?
Yes, I
With
don't
the
recall seeing
Vanguard,
you
right?
there.
Yeah. Can I clarify if he's trying to talk about the same crossing that we made the cross?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask him how we managed to fail to see the very large dragonborn that led the charge of the middle pack.
Alright, give me intimidation, please.
Gladly. Plus 5, so 21.
Alright, so he basically he backs down and I'm sorry. Yes, of course you were there. You held the line single-handedly. I'm sorry. I have to go and walk straight into Turek and Lumber.
Better run.
All right. So, what does anybody want to do? Anything else with this?
Don't think so.
Okay, so he scampers out of your way and just hides in this corner. Right, so as you move past this, you move out into the open area, and Hirok is basically just yelling at a group of people who are practicing drills against dummies. And so, just remember, armor is weakest in the neck, armpit, and cock. Strike there, and you'll draw blood. Okay, so what do you three want to do?
I will approach Hirog. And as I do, slowly cut myself to make sure that I don't get stabbed by Hirog in the cock.
Oh, you're still here, are you, Lord?
Just finishing up a few things before we head out.
No. What brings you here?
A few things, actually.
Oh? He folds his arms, looking up at you.
We're not joking.
First of all, how are you doing for equipment? It looks a lot busier around here than it was previously, and I know you took some losses.
Well, we've got plenty of equipment, whether it's serviceable is another matter. But the problem is putting them in the hands of people who are used to having them. But I won't say no to free steals, so we're making the best of it.
Should I give them as a group thing? Should we go with give them the long swords and shields, or should I just give them all of the pieces of metal? Because we've got loads of pieces of metal left over.
Guys?
You're about to make me carry all this stuff and then just give it away.
No, the breastplates are to sell.
Ah, I see.
You're carrying
Nice.
the valuable stuff.
Ah, okay. I was about to throw a hissy fit there.
Throw it all in the river.
You saved it. Lucky you.
Right, so,
In
Turek,
that
what do you
case,
think
sure.
about this?
I've got 8 long swords and 8 shields that are in pretty good condition here. I'll hand those off to the armourer and tell him to make good use of it. I'll keep a hold of the metal for myself in case I want to be doing any smith things down the line.
Okay, so the armourer is very, very grateful for this and is bowing and shaking your hands as he does it. Hirok, on the other hand, is a little bit more stoic about this. He hasn't unfolded his arms, and it's very generous of you, Lord.
I also give Hirog himself my other great axe that I had left over. Something to remember me by.
No, don't worry, Lord. I'll always remember you. I'm more of a sword person than an axe person myself, but your gift is well appreciated.
I have a great sword instead, if you'd like that.
Very interesting. Yes, his mood changes completely, and the Hirok that you remember sort of shines through this. And it's like, oh yes, I'd be very interested in that.
Alright, great sword it is.
And he holds up the axe. What do you?
You know what? You can keep that too. I don't have much use for it.
Very grateful, Lord. Apologies. Let's just say our previous meeting has soured things somewhat.
Huh?
I understand.
I wouldn't linger in Aqua Evadia too long, Lord. The king, I will say, is not happy with you.
That is understandable. The soldier in me understands the importance of what must be done, but I have a job to do. And we've spent a long time here.
Yes, of course.
Uh,
You're starting to sound like Finnan, in all honesty.
Well, actually, that's part of the reason that we're here. There's two things I could do with some sort of information from you.
Okay.
The first would be whether or not you'd be willing to keep an eye on our base of operations while we are away from this place.
Your base of operations, you say?
That's right.
I take it you
Although-
mean the bandit camp where you were sent to first?
Yes, underneath the northwesternmost house, there is a base from the Alphas from the last time that they were in Aqua Evadia that we've restored back to functionality.
I see. Well, I'm more than happy to keep an eye on it for you. I'm sure Finnan will be most eager to be there again.
I'll extend the invitation to Rolo too.
It is
I'm sure he's
appreciated,
been
Lord,
with
though I feel Rollo might be somewhat unwelcome there, but I shall pass the message on. And yes, don't worry, your base will be kept safe with us. Whether it will be used for proper uses is another matter. Exactly how averse are you to mess?
Somewhat, but we have a servant that can
An
clean up if
unseen
need
servant running around in there.
be.
Don't forget, he's been running around this whole time in there, cleaning up our mess.
That's true. There is a servant that can do a little bit of help, but it helps to have some fresh faces in from once in a while.
You see.
The other thing I need is if there is any way we could get on the ship that goes to Northwick.
He seems a little bit suspicious of this, but how did you know we have a ship heading to Northwick?
We have alphas in the city at the moment who've given us the information. That's where we're headed next.
I see. He chews his mouth a little bit, and very well. The ship's departing in 2 days. It's my ship. Finnan's in command. He's going to take the ship to Northwick, pick up some troops, and then come back.
How adverse would you be to us taking a slight detour?
It's probably best you don't talk to me about that, Lord. It's probably best you talk to Finnan when you're far away from prying eyes and ears.
Oh, very well.
Seas can be very treacherous navigation-wise, you must understand.
That's
Very
true. That is true.
unpredictable.
That is very true. Well, I leave him with my equipment, and I don't think there's anything else we need to go over with Hero.
Well, Lord, while your gifts are very welcome, travel on my ship is not free. You must understand.
So what would be the cost?
I take it that fine steed, and I'm just going to assume Baldwin's with you guys. I take it that fine steed will be journeying with you?
Indeed.
Well, in that case, let's see, 6 of you. I'll charge a little bit extra for the horse, if you don't mind, given its needs. Let's say 40 gold?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Excellent. You'll need to provide food and water yourselves. You won't be able to take them from the ship's stores, but otherwise, I'll send word to Finland to keep spaces reserved for you. Just be advised, Lord. The ship won't wait for you. If you miss it, you miss it.
That's fine. We'll be there. I'll give him the 40 gold now.
Okay, so he's very, very dwarvish with this, and basically bites each of the coins as you give it to him, like making sure that they're legit. And then afterwards, he seems quite content with it. Puts it into a pouch, and then puts the pouch into his beard.
Love that. I shake his hand and leave him with a see you around friend.
Farewell, Lord. Though I do have one favour, if you would allow.
Speak.
And he seems to be a little bit sheepish about this, and he sort of takes you over to where there's less ears, and so I understand you Alphas are allies with the Danes of New Asgard.
Do I know the exact sort of like relationship with it right now? Because we haven't been.
You do know that they are allies, and so that there is a very substantial place for the Alphas in New Asgard, but other than that, you don't know the details.
I know the group itself has good relations, but we personally have never been. What do you need?
My father. Yeah, my father is.
Hirog, father of Hirog?
I am Hirok the Farer, and Farer means traitor. My father is a great chieftain amongst the Danes, Hirok the Elder. It's been a long time since I last spoke to him, not since I took up the flag of Aqua Evadia. If you should see him, could you pass on a message?
And what would the message be?
Tell him I'm sorry, and that I wish things had been better. I may regret my choices, but they've led me to this path, and I must see them through. I just hope you can understand that.
Yeah, if I see him, I will pass on the message.
Thank you, Lord. I'm very grateful. I also wish things had been different between us as well, Lord. It would have been very interesting to lay siege to the Red Paladin Fortress together.
I said to the king if he needs help to send aid.
No doubt he will. As you've seen how his army acts. But with a bit of luck and some divine intervention, we should be able to break the Red Paladins, or at least cripple them somewhat. But if you'll excuse me, Lord, I need to make sure that nobody does that.
Yeah. I'll take my leave.
Alright, guys. Before we go to the other two, do you guys want to do anything further up here?
No, good.
Now I'm happy to give them the spotlight.
Okay. Right, so the two of you make your way through the barracks and over to this side, unless you want to go through the main village.
No, I'm happy to go that way.
Okay. But you can see that there's bands of mercenaries guarding this part of the bridge, and they have something of a fort in place. They don't do anything to sort of waylay you, but to Morella specifically, they give you very jeering looks.
I'm gonna wave and be like, "Blessed day to you," as I pass, with the brightest, sharpest smile, with devil eyes as I possibly can muster.
Well, don't worry, darling. I can make it a very blessed day for you if you like, free of charge.
No, thank you.
All right. So you make your way to the Glen Shrine. But unlike before, there's no guards, and you can just simply make your way up. Now that you know the way, it's quite easy to navigate. The druid is basically just simply sitting by the stone table and just is staring at the tiniest patch of moss you can possibly see that is growing on the table.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna like lay my head on the table and stare at it too.
She takes absolutely no notice of you whatsoever.
Can I poke the moss?
Okay, so but as you do, she suddenly becomes aware of you and is like, "Pick a number."
6.
6! And she jumps up into the air and claps her hands together, and all of the lights around the stone pillars suddenly explode into purple flame and then come back down again to normal. And she just sits there and just looks at you expectantly.
I want 6 animal spirits for my bag. I'm going to show her the bag I made.
And she's gazing at you with this sort of like, what the fuck sort of expression. And she doesn't seem to be... And she holds that for like a good sort of full minute. And then she just suddenly looks at you and is like, "Yes? What do you want?"
6 animal spirits for my bag, please.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Right, it was the tan bag you were making, wasn't it?
Yes, I have already got a grey one.
Okay. Alright, so... Okay,
That
so
also hurts.
so you want a jackal, an ape, a baboon, an axbeak, a black bear, a giant weasel, a giant hyena, and a tiger.
Yes, please.
Okay. So she starts rubbing her hands together. In days of old, when my ancestors were walking amongst these hills, we traded in the animal spirits in mysterious and cosmic ways, the likes of which the today's folk could not even begin to contemplate. I, on the other hand, take gold.
Okay. Do you take rugs?
What's
I'm
a
going to show her this very the rug.
what's a rug?
This thing.
I don't. What is it? Is it alive?
No. You sit on it. It's comfy. Or it could be warm and cozy. And it looks pretty. Wipe your feet on it.
Wipe my feet on it? Why would I want to wipe my feet on it? Have you seen my feet? And she holds up her foot, and it's horribly scarred and cut to pieces because she's effectively sitting on a thing of a bed of thorns.
I'm going to show her my feet.
And then she notices you, Marilla, and is like, "What are you doing here? Wait, who are you?
A friend.
Are you in the future, or the past, or the present? That is now the past."
I am what I presume to be the present that fades into the past a bit, I guess.
You're not making any sense at all.
No, probably not. Told him you probably don't want to get rid of the rug. I can cover the cost. How much gold would you like?
Just trying to work that out now, because like
I have
all
gold. I just want to see if she'll take a rug.
because like all DMs, I forgot to actually work out how much this would actually be. Okay, so can I get a persuasion check from you, please? Okay, there's a no.
Sorry. She decided to close the laptop on me.
Okay. Right, so she is actually quite taken with this idea of a rug. She's never seen one before, and she's
It's a special one made by my people.
so it's you sit on it, and you are warm on it. What else does it do? Does it summon lightning?
No.
Does it? And she just holds up her hands, and she appears to have phased out.
I'm gonna just hold the rug up and then like, ta-da!
Okay,
Just do a magic trick with it.
Okay, she's still phased out.
Hello.
Again, nothing happens.
Just gotta poke her in the nose.
No, Claire. You're rather small for a dragon, aren't you?
I'm a lizard.
Yeah. Some people say potato, and surprisingly, I've never once heard of somebody who actually says the word potato.
Okay.
What's a patata?
That's a good question, but apparently there's a saying somewhere in the city that some people say potato, some people say potato. But I've never once heard of anybody who has ever said the word potato.
You're saying the word patata right now, though.
Only to prove that people don't say potato.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
You're
Sorry.
not making any sense.
what? We were discussing animal spirit prices.
Okay, so she will take the rug in exchange for the jackal, the ape, and the baboon. But the Marilla, if you could write this down, the axe beak, she will do for 5 silver. The black bear will be a gold. The giant weasel will be another gold. The giant hyena will be 5 gold, and the tiger. Come on.
Could I just get Padman and
And-
stuff him in the back?
And the tiger will be another 5 gold.
Or should take a picture?
Because Totem has already sacrificed a rug, I'll take that. I'll take the 12 gold, 5 silver out of my pouch, and I'll hand it to them.
Excellent. Now, bring me the bag.
I'm just holding the bag. I've been holding the bag this whole time.
Hold it close.
I'm gonna shove her face in it.
And so she rummages around underneath the table and pulls, and then she basically has this like stone slab that has all sorts of what seems to you to be pieces of complete junk. You know, there's animal feathers, bones, basically all sorts of things. And so she pulls out what looks to be a sort of oblong stone. And she holds it up to you. The testicle of a jackal. She throws that into the bag.
Okay.
The nipple of an ape. She throws that in. The buttocks of a baboon. She throws that in. The beak of an axe beak. She throws that in. The claw of a black bear. She throws that in.
Are you ripping your teeth hurting, Baba? Sorry.
Fur of a giant weasel. The laughter, and she just pulls out like a piece of it, something invisible. The laughter of a giant hyena. She throws that in. And at last, the stripe. She pulls out what looks to be just like a single black hair. The stripe of a tiger. She throws that in.
Okay.
And she just stares at you expectantly.
Will it work now?
Oh, no,
More or
sorry.
less.
Sorry, I need to sacrifice a goat. Bear with me. And from underneath the table, she pulls out a goat. And the goat's struggling against it. Trying to get back under the table. So, hold still, you bloody thing. And she puts it on the table and just hits it over the head with an axe.
Where did they go now?
And she picks up the goat's head and drips the blood into the bag. She then starts saying things in a language which can either of you speak Fey?
No.
No, I can't.
So she starts saying things in a very cryptic, almost eerie language. And the bag starts vibrating. You don't see anything change about it. But then once it stops, and you look inside the bag, the items that she's put into it are gone.
They're gone.
So, is there anything else? She says as she reaches into the goat's head and pulls out a piece of meat from inside and starts eating it.
No. Unless Morella has anything she wants. Go ahead.
I'm good. I just wanted to accompany you.
Didn't trust me. Nobody ever trusts me.
No. I trust you. We're always with the boys, and you're a good friend. So I wanted to hang out with you for a little bit,
Okay.
without them trying to fight everything that gets in their path. It's
Beer?
much more fun when you do it.
I'm gonna put out more beer.
She rips off one of the legs of the goats. Is it goat leg?
You hear a voice echoing from down the mountain. Bring the goat. Also, surely it should have been an eye of a tiger.
No.
Oh wait, no. It's Maya that you can't say that in front of. Apparently, Aya is called Aya Tiger.
Maya didn't
That's
understand the song.
adorable.
She misheard it, and she thought the song was Aya the Tiger. And now every time she sees Aya, she sings Aya the Tiger.
That is absolutely adorable.
As in the Eye of the Tiger, the whole some of the song, but it's Aya instead of I.
Okay, so let me add the tan bag to your inventory.
I'm going to jump down and give Morella a bit and pat her on the side. There you go. Let's walk. I'm just going to strut off down the road.
You sure you don't want this goat leg?
I've snatched that out. That's in my other hand. That's been came with me all go. I'm dragging that behind me in my tail. Let's go see what trouble the boys have done while we've been gone.
And then you just hear this voice calling down from the mountain. By the way, I'm vegetarian.
I am very confused by that person.
Okay, so is there anything else that you guys want to do in the city?
I don't really have anything.
Nope, I'm happy. I have my bag.
Well, I won't mind to buy rations of food and drinks for
Oh,
when
yeah.
we be on the boat.
Yeah, we should probably get some food and stuff. We should probably
Met
visit
up
a stable
with
to get some
Elijah.
food for.
I'll say yes.
We should probably
Okay.
get some food for the horse as well.
All right. So the market is, for some reason, the market seems to actually be quite quiet. But given that it's sort of like prime shopping time. But as you reach the market, you suddenly see why, as it starts raining quite hard.
I'm just going to go up to Kashan and give him this goat leg.
I bowed deeply.
And then I'm going to assume that you meet up in the middle, and the butcher, who's like hastily trying to cover up all of the meat from the rain, is like, that's my living gone. Now they're just giving the bloody stuff away.
I hold the goat leg in one hand, bring out a tiny bit of fire to cook it a little bit, and just start chopping it down as I make my way over to said butcher.
Yes, Lord. Sorry, I'm a bit hectic. Please mind the blood. It's probably going to wash under your feet.
That's not anything that even remotely troubles me anymore.
Can I hide under a lumber?
Sure. If Alundra allows it. Liam?
Should we try and see if I notice? Sorry, I didn't know I was muted there.
Do you want to try and sneak under, or
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide under his beard.
This must be a running gag now, like from now on. See how perceptive I am at all times.
Okay, give me a perception check and please be 18.
4.
Yep. So Tordum happily ensconces herself underneath you. Just out of interest, how big is your schlong?
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh my god.
Wow.
I mean, I would have to say, quite large.
I'm not adding this to the session notes.
Anyone got a tape measure in their inventory? No. No? I'll
Wait,
check.
I have 50 feet of rope.
50 feet of rope. Okay. Does it have measurement increments on it?
I'll say I've marked it by the foot.
Okay, sweet. Let's go. Come on, this cart. Come on behind this cart, yeah.
Roll a d12 for how many inches.
That could end really badly.
or really well.
I bless you
Ooh,
to
nice.
give advantage.
An added 4 inches is quite big, bless.
Liam, I think this is the perfect opportunity to roll with real dice.
Oh right, okay, we're there. Hold up. I'll have to go and get them.
Everyone just sort of like peering in, just let the entire market's just come to a complete stop. And
I start taking bets.
Turek,
I go and
do you want
I'm
in on this
just gonna
bet?
go away.
Kelly,
Hello?
do you want in on this bet?
No. But I'll be happy to watch.
So what are you specifically betting, Sean?
I'm looking for like guard or someone. Nothing too crazy. Just like 5 silver.
No, but
That
I mean,
is,
like, what are the conditions of the bet?
5 silver says he's bigger than 8.
Okay.
I have found said physical dice.
Okay. This woman comes over to you and is like, I'll see some of that action.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, we wagering.
Yeah, you don't get into what though.
I'm so nervous.
Don't worry, darling. I'm here for you.
No. Oh.
You can handle it,
Thanks.
or rather, I can handle it.
Oh.
This makes
Lovely
Frank
weather we're having.
Right, okay.
Shutting it down.
Blow for good luck. No pun intended.
Oh,
Puns are always
no.
intended, darling. Would you like me
That-
to blow hard or soft?
Well, I rolled a 9, so I'm gonna say hard.
But bless.
So that's a 9 plus 4 right there for 13 big ol' inches.
I claim my 5 silver from the woman.
Okay, so the point of this was to determine whether or not Tordum would be whacked in the head as she's taking shelter underneath you.
I think it's safe to say that yes.
That is a
That's a possibility.
D&D note. That's a D&D note I never thought I'd write.
Be an interesting thing to report to your friend whenever you see them.
Yeah.
I blessed an extra 4 inches of dick to my barbarian.
Oh no.
What a worth.
In real
What a
life,
worth
I'm
all
laughing at this. Marilla is completely red in the face at the opposite side of the market, just looking at something very intensely going, I don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Unfortunately, right, so can I get a deception check from you first?
Yeah, that's a 4.
Okay. Unfortunately, people have sort of cottoned on, and somebody comes over to you and says, I don't mean to intrude, madam, but Might your services be available for emergency needs? I also could use a blessing, as it were. My wife. I don't want to go into details, but
I'm so...
Well, she usually get paid for it, so if she paid for an extra
Turek.
to go,
Pardon, did you say your wife died?
no, my wife. Well, she obviously has needs, and I fear I'm not adequate enough. But if you could remedy this, as you did our green friend over there, I would more than pay handsomely for your services.
Okay. I all completely bright red in the face. Just give me 1 moment, and I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna grasp my amulet, and I'm gonna go, Lyria. It's me again. Is this something I should do? Please don't send Frank as a sign. I'm saying this in my head, not out loud. And then I'm going to turn around and be like, and wait for an answer and just stare at him for a second until I get an answer.
Unfortunately, no answer comes. Now, actually,
Wonderful.
Can you give me a religion check?
Sure, I can.
Have you seen the kid?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a 17.
Okay, so you don't. Nobody else sees this, but Michael appears next to you,
Oh
And-
no, that's never what you want.
and he basically says, "My child, as an angel and as an archangel, I can tell you, you need to give the man what he wants. Just remember, me and my other brothers are the only ones who have the equipment he's asking for. The rest of my fellow angels are eunuchs." And disappears.
I uh, I go, of course, but don't tell anyone of this. Say you were blessed by Lyria and do 3 Hail Marys before bed, and I'm gonna what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna bless him, I guess. I'm gonna take out some incense, I'm gonna light it, wave it round his head, spin round him, blow it out, tap him on the shoulder, go, good luck, and I'm gonna walk away. Wait, I'll get my money first.
So nothing appears to happen. Then he sort of does a sort of shimmy slightly with his waist, and was like, "Oh." He's like, and he's like so excited. He's like literally stammering, and he pulls out his pouch and starts pouring out some money. He's like, "No, take it," and just throws the whole thing at you, and then sprints out of the marketplace, bowling this person over and sprinting away.
How much money do I get?
Let me just quickly calculate that. While she's working that out, what do the rest of you want to do?
Get
I
out
think
the
we'll
rain.
gather supplies, I guess.
Okay, so while Marilla is chatting to this guy, for want of a better word,
I just blessed a guy out of erectile dysfunction.
Great deed.
Oh,
You're
no.
never gonna know about this. I'm never gonna tell you.
Alright. Right, so where are the rest of you going?
Wherever it's not raining.
Okay.
What is inside the dice?
So, what?
He's showing a picture of his dice and it's the clear resin ones with something inside. I can't see what it is.
Oh, they're cherry blossoms.
Oh, yeah.
that's really cute.
Okay, so that's 190 silver in there.
There was quite a few innuendos there Matt could have picked up saying they're cherry blossoms in
Sorry
your
if I'm
dice.
focusing on this. And then 90 gold.
Oh. I'm gonna come over holding the pouch, completely red in the face, being like, I don't want an answer, but how did it go? Also, more money?
I'm gonna look at the 90 gold and say, well, I paid I paid 40 for Tahirog to let us use his ship. Also, it's his ship, and Finn's piloting it, so I'm pretty sure we can go for that pirate treasure. I'm yet to confirm this with Finnan, but I get the feeling that the situation's going to be that I'm going to walk onto the ship and say, hey, Finnan, instead of going straight to Northwick, you want to go look for some pirate treasure? And he's going to go something along the lines of, I mean, it looks like there's a storm due, so if we're a bit delayed.
Yeah, the ship isn't due to depart for another 2 days.
Be a very big storm.
I mean, it depends on how big a detour we need to take. It'll be as big as we need.
Do you want us to help pay, by the way, for the gold? I suddenly just got 90 gold and 176 silver from a really random encounter, actually. It's very strange.
I mean, I'm not exactly strapped for cash, but like, maybe you could help towards the food and stuff for the journey.
Well, if
He
you
did
want
say
to,
that. Pay for the horse.
100%.
if you want to sort of like divvy out the change and stuff, that pretty much equates to 17 gold in silver. So if you want to keep it as silver, then go for it. But if you want to convert it to gold, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll turn it into the 17 gold.
Nice. 107 gold for Kieran and Hotel Dysfunction.
Lucrative
that's-
business.
Pretty good.
Oh yes, darling. It's something someone could make a lot of money doing very basic things here. I mean, they don't have any clinics, as it were, here. And if they don't have clinics or hospitals, then they have no nurses. And you know what sort of crime that is.
Frank, I never, and I repeat this very sternly, never need to see you in a nurse's outfit.
Oh, you never need to do anything, darling, until you need it. He disappears.
I close my eyes expectantly.
Right, so the woman who made the bet is now going over to Alumba. So, it seems I lost a bet on you. I would say you owe me.
Oh yeah, what was that bet?
That's not important, but apparently size is.
Well, size is what you need.
Maybe we should talk about it.
You can only
You
have
have
him
a
if you give
nice
me an umbrella.
Oh yeah, you're still under his legs, aren't you?
That's the lady.
Yep. Alumba, are you gonna say anything?
I'm just gonna look down in between my own crotch and then the little person in between my legs.
Right, so she looks down, and it's the first time that she's seen Totem, and it's like, oh my god, and she looks up at you and is like, what did you eat? and she runs away.
At least I didn't get accused of being a pet this time.
Yeah, what's worse, being a pet or being a living turd?
I don't know. At this moment, I'm not sure.
Alright guys, so the purpose of coming here was to get food and supplies.
Oh, good.
I'll go around getting some food, like hay food, like horse food, some supplies for us. I'm on 6 healers kits, so I don't need any more of those.
Is there anybody that sells potions where we could look to maybe get a few health potions?
Right, so in terms of going to like a potion shop, no. This guy seems to be the closest thing that you've seen to something like that, but who basically just sells things of an exotic nature.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'd be willing to speak to this guy and see if he has anything worth buying.
All right. Right. So Marilla, first off, how many rations and stuff are you going to buy?
I will buy. How many of us are there? There's 5 of us. 30? That seems like a lot. I don't know how much food we need. I'll go 30 if they have 30.
Yeah, you don't really have an idea of how long you're going to be. You haven't discussed that with anybody yet.
I'll just shout across the market. How long do you think we're gonna be? How much food should I buy?
That is a great question. I get on the sending stone, and
Doesn't the sending stone only work to one of a sending stone?
Yeah, it only works the alphas.
so my plan is to ask the alphas how long it takes by ship to
Oh,
get to Northwick,
That's fair.
and then
I
if
thought
we
you
add
were
a
gonna
cou-
respond to me.
and then if we add to a couple of if we add a couple of days to that to detour Pirate Island, you know.
Well, you do have the map of the Clinging Isles, so you can try and work out yourself if you like.
I mean, I suppose that also could work.
Okay, so... Okay, so... Hirok didn't say in conversation, but I'll just say that he did for the sake of argument. But the place where the ship is going to be taking off is effectively the fort that you were at before.
Okay.
If you are making the trip directly to Northwick, so you basically take this route and basically stop off here, and then make the rest of the journey by foot. However, even though it's not on the map, the island for the pirate treasure is here.
Okay. Do we know how long it would take us to?
Okay,
Detour?
so you're basically assuming that you took a direct route. So it's that many squares.
And how far can we travel in a day on a boat? I forget.
It's a long ship. 3.
Oh, right.
Just try to work it out because long ship. Yeah, the stats for long ships in 5e are really weird. So give me a sec.
I count that would be 24 squares. Sick.
120 miles a day. So how's that equating to feet? So each square is 5 miles. So 1, 2, 3. So how many squares did you say?
24, if I'm counting correct.
5 times 24. Okay, so you could make the journey from the Aqua Evadia port to the island in a single day. And then, assuming that you left the next day, yeah, how many squares that is?
$15. Okay, so we're going to take a day's travel there and a day's travel. Roughly.
That's assuming that you don't have any detours along the way.
Yeah. So I mean, 5 days should be comfortable, right?
Probably. So, I'll get 6 each, just in case. How many food rations is everyone already on?
That's a great question. I think I still have a couple.
Tordum only has 1, which is on that last one.
Okay.
Quantity. I for some reason have 10 in my inventory, but I feel like I haven't taken some of those away.
Well, I'm not usually particularly hot on it, but normally I say that it's 3. But yeah, it's obviously a ration a day. So we'll just say that you've downgraded it to 9. Where you've had one this morning.
Yeah, let's do that. So I've got 9 on me, so I'm good for me.
Okay. I'll still buy 30 then, I think. just safe side.
All right.
Worst case scenario, we have extra rations.
Okay, so that's 15 gold for the rations.
Okie dokie.
And then you said you were getting food for Baldwin.
Goldwyn.
Okay, right, so it's 5 coppers for every day of animal feed.
I will get 10, so that would be 5 gold? No.
5 silver, I think.
5 silver, yeah, I'm really good at maths. I'll divide all the rations evenly among us, even if some people have more.
Okay, so that's 6 rations each.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then who has the horse food, like animal food, or do you want me to hold on to it?
Right, so
I think we're left
the
with
food
bulk.
is £10 per lot. So how many did you say you got?
10?
So you got 10 lots of animal feed.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So that's £100 that whoever has to carry it is carrying it.
I can.
Okay. So you just like put it into your rucksack.
Yeah.
Just all of this hay and. Okay. So now that that's all organised, what would you like to do?
Think are we all ready to go?
Okay.
Uh,
Can I get an intelligence check from you, Marilla, please?
Sure thing. Ooh, that is really good. It's a 20 non-natural.
Okay. You still haven't done anything about the elven contract that you took.
Oh, yes. I will again yell across the market, being like, shall I tell the people that we met in the weird cave that we're not helping them, but they're okay to go?
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'll cast Sending, which I think I prepared. I did. I prepared it. I'll go to. I can't actually remember any of the names of the people we met there.
Erasni is the person that you know.
Yeah, I'll go to them. I'll be like, hello, it's me, Marilla,
Okay, 4
the
words.
elf.
6.
We won't be returning to help you, but the Red Paladins are gone, and it is safe to boat.
Okay, so.
I can do 25 words.
Yeah, by my estimates, you managed to get to Red Paladin's R.
Oh no, what? Oh, I thought I counted that right. God damn it. Okay. I'll cast it again then to follow on straight after with the rest of the message.
Okay, so what do you say in part 2 of the message?
Red Paladins are gone. It is okay to boat. To go to the boat. Hang on. I'm not actually saying this yet. It is okay to boat.
Okay.
Good luck. Bye.
Alright, so you get eventually you get a response back, and it's Rasni's voice, and she basically says, "We're putting a lot of trust in you. Know that if you speak false, I will hunt you down."
Reply from me that didn't go well the first time.
I just Give a thumbs up across the marketplace to everyone that it went well.
Okay. I assume that she really my message.
Nothing went wrong.
Turek, do you want to do anything while you're here?
Sorry, I spaced out. I lost the. What happened?
She sent a message to the elves, so you've now cleared that quest, as it were. So is there anything you would like to do in the market?
I honestly wanted to buy real foods to provide everybody else for cooking, so give us like extra HP points. But I guess Mariana covered everything.
I am so sorry.
It would be nice to have food that's not just dried rations.
Well, okay. I guess I can still buy something to let it last 2-3 days, maximum 4.
Maybe like a spaghetti bolognese.
the cat was
I
eating.
don't know what's your little tradition over there, but we human don't eat what we call spaghetti, okay? But yeah, sure.
Okay, so what exactly are you buying? Leave my lasagna alone, cat.
Something like meats, few veg.
Okay. So veg you can get from this guy, meat you can get from this guy.
Well, I'm sure we can cut it short and just say how much I owe you and. Oops.
He just wants a cost.
Okay. But the butcher has like a pre-cut pork shoulder, which he can't fit into any of his containers, so he's happy to just give it to you for 2 gold. And the guy with the veg, he is just happy to give you a bag of potatoes for 5 silver and a bag of beans for another 3 silver.
I'll be happy to take them.
Alright. Okay, guys, so what do you guys want to do now? Do you want to just head straight down to where Fenton is, or do you want to mingle a little bit longer?
We should probably be heading down, I guess. Because it leaves in 2 days, and it takes like a good day to get there, doesn't it? Or at least it did the last time we travelled.
Yeah, it's about 2 in the afternoon, so you will need to sort of stop midway, as it were.
Should we like risk the camp out, or
We haven't had a
Should we-
camp out in a very long time.
that's true. Let's go for a camp out.
The rest of you okay with that?
Yep.
And Turok can cook us cowboy stew.
Alright then. Oops, wrong one.
Now I'm just going to make cooking suggestions to Turok now all the time.
Yeah, I can't get this right. Right, there we go. Okay, so you make your way out of the city and you head down the road that you headed down before, and you pass the church where Ricola Shepherd had where you'd first met Ricola Shepherd. And you make your way down this this pathway. And you realise that this area is probably quite a routine campsite for people travelling down this road, because there's already, off to the side of the road, there's the stones of a spent fire pit and some logs that have been knocked over to allow for seating. So you feel this is the good place as any to set up camp. Unfortunately, it is still raining, and still raining quite hard, with no sign of it wearing out.
Do we still have a tent? Did you buy a tent?
On your wagon, you have put basically a canopy over it, so you can either use that as your tent, or you can actually set up a tent using your gear, or take shelter under the trees and stuff.
I feel like I have a tent in my inventory.
Can I use my
I'm sure I
readers
bought
or
an
tent
actual tent.
so I don't get wet?
Okay, if I did, it isn't actually in my inventory anymore.
But as I say, you do have the canopy that's on the wagon.
Mm.
And you did specifically get that so that you can shelter underneath it.
You know what? In full camping style, I'm gonna do my best to make a homemade shelter.
Okay. But bear in mind that Baldwin is also getting wet.
I lost my ice cream to the bit.
I will also attempt to cover Baldwin with the top.
Just like leaning.
We could find a tree for them to go under.
Yeah, also that would be an option. Currently just planning on building a wooden fortress.
Okay, so Kashan suddenly becomes incredibly pixelated, and starts walking around in fluid motions. And out of his belt, he pulls out what looks to be a pixelated axe, and he starts creating blocks in.
Steve!
He starts creating
Minecraft.
blocks in a perfectly symmetrical line.
Do I get to roll for how effective it is?
Sure.
We could have just slept on the wagon.
Is this am I adding anything to this?
Um,
I don't think it matters.
Can I get an intelligence check from you, please?
Just a flat intelligence check.
Yeah, please.
That's a 3.
Okay. Sorry, my computer just froze up there for a sec, so I'll be with you right in the moment. Okay, so as you start building these blocks in perfect symmetrical line,
Are we connected? It's cool. Is this call connected?
yeah, should be. Guys,
Yeah, still here.
Does it make that noise? It does.
yeah. So as you start building your blocks, this thing appears.
That's his block as well.
Friendly.
No.
Can I pet him?
Yeah.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, what check?
An animal handling check, please.
Oh, okay. -1, let's go. Oh, that's an 18 still, though.
What is it?
It's Creeper.
Alright.
Okay, so the creature starts looks at you, not entirely sure what to make of you, but then starts following you around.
My companion at last.
Oh no, what could go wrong?
I'm just gonna sit in the wagon and hide from it. And the rain.
Okay, so you're going to move away from it. No?
Yeah.
Marilla, what are you doing?
As is it dark? Is it kind of a creepy night with the rain?
But yeah, it's quite dark. Like there's no source of light anywhere. The sky is completely overcast with black clouds, and it's
Okay.
raining quite heavily.
Okay, then because of this, and you know, we're used to danger running into us, or we run into danger, I'm gonna use my divine sense, and I'm gonna detect whether this is good or evil.
Well, the creeper.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're not. Does he need to roll anything?
No, I just get a sort of sense if it.
Means
Good
harm
or
if
evil.
it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay. It is. But the reading that you're getting from it is that it is evil and it is hostile.
Move back, everyone. This could hurt. does.
It starts flashing white.
What? I take a step back.
Turek, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I'll follow what Mariella just said, and I'll take few steps forward, back, and behind the rocks.
Yeah,
And
okay.
what is that creature? I never met in my life. Hell, my life.
Kashan, do you want to do anything?
I ask a lumber if he knows what he's doing.
Hell yeah.
There you go, step back.
I'm just gonna wrap my arms around his head. Give him a huge hug.
Okay. Kashan, you can move away.
I will. I'll take a step to the side,
Okay.
not fully trusting that this thing is started flashing as a lumber squeezes its head.
Okay.
Alright, guys, I'll calm him down.
Okay, so Olympia, is this what you're doing? You're hugging the creeper as it.
Well, the king never fulfilled his promise and given me a little lackey, so I'm gonna
Okay.
hope this green doodle do that
Okay.
for me.
Can I get dexterity saving throw from you, please?
Of course. Oh, 13.
Okay. Bear with me.
If you're gonna eat cookie dough ice cream,
As if you have a stat block for a creeper.
Okay. Right. So it starts flashing very rapidly until it turns entirely white and then explodes. Olympia, you take 13 points of
Oh dear, never seen that coming.
piercing damage.
Who would have known?
And you are put. Okay, cool. Yeah, you take 13 points of piercing damage.
Is but a scratch.
And
This
your
is the weirdest D&D.
and your brand new
ever.
companion is now gone.
Ah! Just drop to my knees and sob.
I approach him to console him. I pat him on the shoulder.
You're still pixelated, by the way.
I would love
Alright,
to pet
I do it
Rhaegar
in 16-bit, but I tap him on the shoulder and tell him he'll be okay.
I will get my companion one of these days.
I can be your companion, darling. Don't worry.
Oh my
Can
god.
you fight though?
Well, I can be whatever you wish me to be, darling.
Mm. I do have wishes.
That is not a worthwhile wish.
Ah, okay. I'll go sulk again over the.
There is
dead
literally
companion.
nothing stopping you from doing this if you want to do it.
Like, realistically, I don't know what the worst. Like, the last time we wished, we tried to help Frank and we made multiple. What is going to happen if you wish it would be a fighter?
I'm gonna set a poll for the rest of the team as to whether they'll allow me to wish for Frank to become my companion fighter,
I would
or at
stop-
least one of the Franks anyway, whichever one is fancy turning up.
Frank the Barbarian.
I will say that I would stop you.
I've
However,
done weirder things today, apparently.
it is true.
Allegedly, no one
You
can.
don't know what I've done. I just randomly walked back over with money. And bright red in the face.
I've got a question for Frank.
Ask away, darling. I'm an open book. I'm open everywhere else as well.
Okay. Good to know. But what I wanted to ask is, can I wish to force someone to make a wish?
Unfortunately, I don't have any impact on free will, darling. But I can suggest very eagerly that they should do as you say. I could be very persuasive, darling.
I think I will still stick with my timing. I will be back to you.
Okay, so Torden, what's your opinion on this?
Torden's currently hiding under a rug in the tarpaulin, not getting wet in the rain, ignoring everything while eating ice cream.
Okay, so you don't have any opinion on the matter.
Just don't make more Franks.
Frank, I would like to make a wish.
Oh really, darling? You should have said. Oh my god, I don't have my hair prepared.
Does he get extra wishes because he married Frank?
You don't know what we did while I wasn't around.
Think carefully how you word this. That's all I'm going to request.
You guys had just married painted in your back.
I need a drink, but I can't miss this.
Momentary pause in the metaphors of the game, man.
Yeah, I'm willing to hold off until you come back if you really need a drink.
I mean, yeah, I'd really like a drink. I need to prepare for this.
Drink break.
Go take a breather, come back,
Yep.
reset.
This is definitely not. This is the wackiest D&D session I've ever had, and I'm loving it.
I don't
I'm
think
currently
it's
messaging my
how
friend
Matt wanted
about
any of
it.
to go.
I literally, it was down to the point that I knew you guys would do something really weird to completely joke me, so I deliberately was minimalistic in how much I prepared for.
Huh. The best way.
Aya, no. Enough. You've already
Yeah,
got
this definitely
smushed up
wasn't
enough
how I was
face. You don't
expecting
need to
Monday night to
destroy
go.
furniture as well.
So what was that?
Definitely not how I thought Monday night was gonna go. Oh, her little innocence has just been ruined today, Morela's.
Yeah, but she has come up with quite an interesting business plan.
I think in her mindset, she's currently been like, do I tell my friends about this? or do I...
I bet
Or
you
do I
this
not?
time the part of your head says, "Do I still have some friends?"
Yeah, she's also doing that, like,
I am prepared as I can be.
Alright. Okay, so Alumba, make your wish.
Oh, I don't know if I'm prepared now.
oh no.
Frank,
Yes, darling?
I would like to wish for one of your Frank clones to accompany me and the alphas permanently. And do whatever I say. And be my bodyguard, so to speak. But take the form of a prized fighter in the most elite combat of Frank you could be.
Oh, this is gonna go so bad.
Your wish is my command, darling, and he clicks his fingers.
Oof. Ooh.
Okay. Serious question. Have you ever seen Xena the Princess Warrior?
Yes.
Yes.
He's dressed like that.
Yes.
I was contemplating Wonder Woman, but
No, Xena definitely makes more sense for Frank.
here you are, darling. Your 100% warrior Frank, who is made of 100% manliness, and in more ways than one. Enjoy, darling. He's all yours. Forever.
Oh, no.
Honestly,
like
he has
how
more
said
clothes than I
forever.
thought.
Frank, what is the downside? What else happened? I need to know.
No. We just rush into this and see what happens.
So the Frank looks at you, and the suaveness that you come to expect from Frank is not there. And he's just like, meh.
All right. Well, I already like this one better.
Right. He doesn't take his eyes off you. He's just staring at you.
Does he blink?
Nope.
Perfect.
Nice.
Terrifying.
My
Shall
kinda
we? Shall we sleep? And I positioned a lumber between myself and the new Frank.
He's still staring at you.
That's fine.
Why don't
We
you
should
put
call
your
him
card, you be
Frank
stay
or Xia.
permanently?
Are we gonna rename Frank, or are we gonna call him Frank?
We should probably ask what he wants to be called.
Does he speak words? He's only grunted instead so far.
Yeah.
Can I prod it with a stick?
Do you really want to?
Yes.
All right. So poke him with
If
a
you're
stick.
if you're unsure, always say yes.
All right. In that case, can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, please?
A dex saving throw? What? Oh. I rolled a 1.
Okay. So. Oops. Right. So he basically dodges out of the way of your poke and is then going to proceed to attack you with his sword.
This is not what I wish for. Just to put it out there.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to simply whack you over the head with his sword, and he does 10 slashing damage, and then the sword is coursing with electrical damage, with electrical energy, and you take an additional 4 lightning damage.
Mother.
I'm not apologising.
It's more deadly than you.
Yeah. Alright. Ow. First of all. Second of all, I want that sword.
You got a hammer. You don't need a sword when you got a hammer. You can smash skull like Hulk.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so he's looking very fiercely at you. Alumba, are you going to do anything about this whatsoever?
I'm wondering if I can discipline this Frank. I
Well,
was
he
hoping
did
I'd be
say
able
he
to, control the.
he did say he would do anything you said. Specifically.
I'm just gonna scold him. Just Frank, don't do that.
Yeah.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Sit back down on the log now.
So Frank turns to you, Turok. Hmm. And then sits down.
Okay. Can this new Frank turn invisible?
Yes, I believe so.
What in the world is this, Frank? He has an electrical sword.
Yes, he can cut. He can be invisible if he wants to.
Oh, nice. He can be a perfect spy as well.
I mean, he doesn't seem to be able to communicate very much, but
Yeah.
It's okay. I think he can doodle.
Yeah. You can see that he's drawing a picture in the dirt with his sword.
What's the picture is?
Give me investigation on it if you want.
12.
It's a 6.
Anyone else?
I'm not looking.
Okay.
Nope. I refuse. I am just. I'm already trancing. I'm on the ground outside in the rain trancing. Screw this.
No.
I'm good.
Okay. Right. So only Kashan's the only one that's a proper angle to be able to determine what it is. It's an anus with an arrow going up it.
I go and join Marilla and sit in the room.
I think he's calling you an arsehole.
I go and sit in the room.
Guys, I think he's trying to say something.
What was that?
I think he's trying to say something.
Yeah. And so he starts poking you, Olumba. Yeah.
What is it, Frank?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
That solves the issue.
Yeah.
Is he gesturing in any way or
Yeah.
indicating anything at all?
He's just pulling on your arm and looking very insistent.
Fuck's sake.
So then he lifts up his arm and points down his throat, making choking noises.
No.
I think he's
I'm
hungry.
chancing hard. Chancing. I'm not here.
I think he's hungry, darling. Though what he's hungry for, I'm not entirely sure.
And
Do we have any food we can try and give him?
Yeah, we've got plenty of rations each.
I think I'll start to get the fire started.
To speed up the process of blood fire.
Literally, with one eye pointed to Frank and the other one on the fire. To be
Okay.
aware.
So then Frank is basically going to try and take your water skin, the lumber. He failed on his stealth check. So is there anything particular you want to do about this?
No, I'll let him drink from it if he wants.
Okay. So he just holds up the water skin. Like so, he uncorks it, holds up the water skin. There's some sort of magical effect that happens to it, and he pours some of it into his hand, and it's a very vivid red wine.
Jesus, it's back!
And he's all doubted my wish.
Sorry.
And you all doubted my wish.
We have no idea what the repercussions of this are so far.
Like he then downs the entire water skin in one, and then holds it up again to let some of the water drip into it, and then it fills up with wine again.
Wait. Where the wine is coming from?
He seems to be creating it himself.
Why does he need us to feed him if he can create wine? He just makes his own food.
I'm sure I can use some wine for cooking today. Come here.
Okay, he doesn't obey your command, as it were.
Oh, true. Okay, fair enough. Can I have some wine? Balumba.
Frank, go give him some wine.
Yeah. He hands you the water flask, or the wine flask rather. Okay.
To get some wine. I mean, some water. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take some to put in a pot. I always bring with me, and and put some fresh herbs and pork and beans and let it simmer all together.
You alright? Okay, so now that so Maria's in a trance, you're cooking. Kashan, what are you doing?
It's about time that I hit the hay, I think.
Okay. Jordan?
Told him hit the hay a while ago and is hiding in the driest, warmest spot I could find.
Okay. Right. Is anyone going to do anything with Baldwin?
I was gonna have led him somewhere like dry and then put the top up like in a tree.
Okay, so you just lead him into this tree line.
Yeah, just keep him covered.
Okay. Right.
Make sure
so,
he's attached to somewhere so he can't run away.
Okay. Right. So everybody give me a long rest.
Oh god, thank goodness. I took a lot more damage than I anticipated taking there.
Not my fault.
Not entirely your fault. Some of it's my fault. I did shoot Alex.
We doing watches by the way?
I assume that if Turek and that are cooking, that Frank can stay watch.
True, and then when I come out my trance I wasn't sure if like that small bit if We were just being like, it's fine. If we die, we die.
Oh, you know what? At this point, realistically, let's go.
Death is part of evolution. So thinking about if you're gonna die, you're just gonna evolve yourself, your
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
Unless,
Yeah. Yeah.
unless something comes and, miraculously takes 70 more HP from me. Yeah. I think we should be okay.
Okay, so as you are sleeping,
The Kraken bursts through the...
And the red dragon appears.
Oh, it looks like a worm. Nope.
okay. So can I get a Constitution saving throw from each of you, please?
Oh.
Oh?
Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
13.
22.
11.
Okay, so those who scored less than 15, can you give yourselves 1 point of exhaustion, please?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
You're basically because the rain carried on throughout the night as literally just a torrential downpour. It actually stops you from sleeping. You've recovered your health and your spell slots and everything that falls under that category, but you've taken a point of exhaustion. That's for people who got less than 15.
I spent the whole night trancing in the rain. I didn't go into cover either. Well done, me. Well done.
You've
More.
got a point of exhaustion.
Hmm?
You've got a point of exhaustion. Okay, so put. The rain has let off a little bit, but it is still going, and there isn't any sign that it's going to stop.
Okay. I will suggest that we make a hasty move towards the shore.
Yeah. So Warrior Frank basically just climbed straight up onto the wagon. He was just sitting in the passenger seat.
Huh.
Okay, so you're making your way down to the fort again?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, stupidly, I think I archived it, so bear with me.
Well, I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I mean, I'd be alright with sort of leaving it here for this week. I do have work early in the morning.
Yeah, sure, we can if you want, so
Yeah,
if
happy
people
with
want
Sounds
to...
like a good idea.
I got my Frank, I'm happy.
Can't believe it. This has been the weirdest session ever, and I love it.
I've just, yeah. What wishes have been made so far? There was the confetti wish.
Yeah, confetti, ridding Frank of the suit, and then
Alright.
Warrior Frank.
So
Confetti.
I've used 2 of my 3 wishes.
I'm gonna keep track of wishes used.
Wait, if you're going to do that, then you might as well do it for the rest of the alphas as well. So, but from what you have been told by the alphas, but Jason cast a wish to get rid of an erectile dysfunction problem that he had.
Of course.
Right, hang on. Jason. Yeah, so he's used 1 out of 3. Right.
Clarissa used used a wish to find someone, but you don't have any further information on that.
Yeah.
And Jen has used a wish for Frank to take things more seriously, and that's what resulted in him being in the suit.
Do we know what the downside of these wishes were?
Okay, so with Jason's, it gave him a micro penis
Right, okay.
and turned all of the women in the group into hormonal teenagers.
Nice.
And judging by what Katie has said in regards to this had sort of long-reaching consequences for Clarissa.
Okay.
But Clarissa's wish, she basically wished that they could find someone. And the only problem is that that person was alerted to the fact that they were coming after them.
Oh.
And Jen's one was Frank being completely miserable and giving out subpoenas every which way. The confessor, you seem to have escaped the consequences of that, because it was just confetti and it was just in the food for a little bit. But so other than that, you seem fine. Freeing Frank of the suit has basically just opened the multiverse of Frank.
Yeah.
And
My
so,
bad.
and so far, you don't know what the consequences of Olympus Wish are.
Frank Companion, unknown consequence.
That does a lot of damage.
Unknown consequence with lightning sword.
What could go wrong?
Ah, so many things. so many things. Oh, I'm terrified.
No regrets.
Can I do a before we go? Can I do a quick investigation check to see how happy Olymba is to finally have a little companion?
Yeah. You could do insight or investigation on that.
I'll take investigate because it's a +0 and insight is -1. But that is an 18.
Okay. How happy are you, Olympus?
On the outside,
On the
stony
inside.
faced, absolutely normal. On the inside, I'm doing backflips. I'm like one of those monkeys that have the symbols that crash together all the time and then backflip.
Well, you know what? Worthwhile wish.
Frank just nods.
Until we come into a mercenary group of Frank companions that kill us all with lightning swords.
Yeah. Frank just
We're
shrugs.
friendly, it's fine.
Frank just shrugs.
Okay.
He just makes that sound.
I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to ask. Alright, well, with that, I will, I guess I'll say goodnight, guys.
Yes.
Yes.